men want space and women want intimacy. I don't know about that. That's not completely true, but we are going to unpack how men and women, from a biological perspective, which influences us, of course, influences our relationships and impacts the totality of our being, how we deal with stress just a little differently. So men are going to want to engage and unwind in almost mindless activities. Now, there's an evolutionary component to this which I want to describe to you that helps us understand men, helps us understand how we deal with stress and how we deal with challenges. It's really, really important. So often men will want alone time to feel better in their being, to feel more clear, to be more engaged in a social situation, to work through their stresses and their issues. Women generally do that in a different way. So from an evolutionary perspective, men evolved being out in the wild a great deal. Yes, they would be often in larger groups or isolated, in small groups as well, but often function better in larger groups or being isolated. This does something, I'm going to come back to what this does, but women would still be in small groups and communicate intimately. And communicating intimately is still something that's very innate within the core feminine essence of a female. And so it's a biological thing, but it's also an energetic thing. And so there's this customization, this familiarity for women to talk through, and not only talk through, but to be with in intimacy, non-verbal communication with someone else when there is stress in the world and in life. Men will begin their day full. And what I mean by that, firstly, at the beginning of their day, they're full of testosterone. At the end of their day, especially when they're active in the world, they're depleted. Their internal battery, our internal battery as men, becomes low. So we want to naturally feel full to feel better, to feel more embodied, to feel more connected. So as we experience this burn, this energy that's lowering, we burn through our testosterone, and so we have a biological innate need to rebuild that testosterone. And it becomes important that we're given the space to do that. So one way that a man will deal with this low energy and low testosterone is to engage in mindless activity. Whether it be television, whether it be just playing games, whether it be something that's light that doesn't require attention, so much focus and attention that the man thinks he's on again, that he has to be reactive and come from a fear-based place. So obviously wanting to recharge is very normal. So our T levels generally, our testosterone levels are generally quite higher than females. And in order for us to be highly functioning and to also fulfill a biological role in our society, we feel, again, this is more unconscious than conscious. We don't wake up and go, oh, or we don't come to the end of the day and say, oh, my testosterone levels are low, I need to replenish them, I'm going to sit and watch TV. It's more resting the physiology, allowing the body to replenish through rest or through activity that is not so highly stimulating at a very overt level, and we feel safe in our bodies. And so understanding this doesn't excuse not engaging in emotional connection. This doesn't excuse not being deeply present to your partner, to your family dynamic. It just helps us understand how to manage our stress levels, how to manage our challenges, how to manage our not being connected to each other, and this could be potentially one. So maybe you make arrangements where you rest together. Maybe you realize and you see that your partner is depleted, and he's a male, and you see that he's depleted and he needs assistance. He needs some space. And also be very clear that females also need space, not only from a psychological developmental level, like an attachment theory level or other places within the psyche, within the spiritual self, but females will also need space to replenish. It's one of the reasons why we sleep. All sentient beings, human beings, particularly human beings, well, mammals, beings full stop, will need reprieve. It's a cycle that we go through. These are cycles. So understanding these cycles helps us understand ourselves and connect to us in a deeper way. Blessings, and I'll see you soon.